we're back and we're in Edinburgh. I thought these tracks through the green grass was cool. This was the view from the tram on the way into the city. I took the tram from the airport. It was super easy, super quick, and a good way to see a whole heap of the sights before I even got there. Forgot to record my hostel, but my hostel was literally on the corner of this street, and this is called the Royal Mile. So you walk all the way up the street and you get to Edinburgh Castle. So it was so central, could not recommend it more. This was a cool little courtyard, not really sure what was going on in here. And then across the other side was this gorgeous, massive church or cathedral, not really sure. Didn't pay any attention to what the names of the buildings were and didn't have a plan of where I was supposed to be going. I literally just put my bags into my hostel dorm and left in the direction of the castle. So stumbled across this gem. It was stunning. The architecture or the design or whatever you want to call it was so beautiful. Stained glass windows were incredible, and this detail in the roof here with the blue, like, it was just so magical. It was like princess vibes. So yeah, that's the outside of the church. And this person is playing the bagpipes. You'll see him in a bit. People were literally going up and just standing next to him while he was playing and getting a photo. Some of them gave him tips. Not everyone did. And I just thought that that was really rude and inconsiderate. Like, if you want to get a photo with a guy who is probably there on purpose to, get money and get paid, at least give him some money if you want a photo with him. Goodness me. Anywho, we continue up the Royal Mile towards the castle. Here is a guy who was dressed up, not really sure why, but, thought I should document it. Here's the castle, which is at the end of the street. I had plans to go in, but you needed tickets and entry was sold out until that afternoon, so I purchased a ticket online and then decided to just continue wandering around until my entry time, which was like 5 p.m, I think. So yeah, watch me wander. So Edinburgh is a very hilly city. The castle and the Royal Mile are on top of the hill, and then the rest of the city kind of just surrounds that hill. So I made my way down the hill towards that building right there at the bottom, which is the Scottish National Gallery, and went inside for a little look-see. It was very pretty. The paintings were very nice, but I kind of got bored of all the old school paintings after a while. So I left the gallery and found myself in this very nice park, which I just wandered through. Why did I go through this park? Because it looked nice and green. I found this fountain, which is very pretty, and a very good view of the castle, which you are about to see. It was very cool being in the midst of this castle. This is the castle that inspired Hogwarts, so I was nerding out a little bit. Here's another angle of this gorgeous fountain. It was so intricate and so colourful. It must get maintained, otherwise I don't know how it is still that colour. Da, 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 Okay, so this little village slash suburb slash, I don't even know what you would call it, but the name of it is Dean's Village, one of the places I do remember the name of, and it was beautiful. It was so charming and so quaint, and it was just nestled in between, I shouldn't say, on the either side of the river. All the buildings were so well maintained and so colourful, and just, it was so pretty. It was very, very fairy tale, I can't even describe it with my words, but stunning. 10 out of 10 recommend. If you are in Edinburgh, you have to go and just wander around in this little village. It's so nice. And then I kind of walked through Dean's Village on my way to Stockbridge and came across this bridge, which might be Stockbridge, don't know, couldn't tell ya. But here's the river, and here's a random man I found in the river. I think he was fishing, I can't be sure. And there's a dog. And for more Harry Potter facts, this is the street that inspired Diagon Alley. Look how cool it is. Look at these like just skinny buildings with the shop fronts, and you can just tell that this magical city inspired magic. And now here we are at the castle. It must be 5 p.m. in the afternoon because I'm entering it, and I'm about to take you basically on a tour of the whole thing. I can say that it was well worth the ticket price. You get views of the city, you get the history if you're interested, and the way that they teach you the history was actually very engaging. They had a lot of like animated kind of storytelling videos and props, which made it really interesting. So yeah, definitely recommend. It looks like it was really busy, but you didn't have to wait very long to get anywhere. Like I was just walking in and out of all the different exhibitions. The only one that you did have to line up for was the crown jewels, and there was only one section of the crown jewels. There was one like glass box with crown jewels in it, whereas if you've been to the Tower of London, there are lots more things to look at if you're lining up for the Tower of Jewels. I mean, the Crown of Jewels. But I would still recommend going in there because it also shows you like the kings and queens suites, and they're the same as they used to be. And there's a little bit more history in there too about like the lineage and Queen Mary of Scott and what all those things are. I know nothing about history, so people are probably listening to this going, you don't make any sense. And that's probably true, but hey, give it a shot. Yeah. So this is nearby the university, and I don't actually know what that building is. I feel like it was the Opera House, but I could be very wrong. Here's a guy skateboarding. This was an architecture museum, I think. This is back to the Royal Mile, and another guy playing the bagpipes. But also, it was really, really pretty in the sunset. The light and like the golden buildings, it was very magical. But this is the end of day one. This is now the second day. And I was walking down the Royal Mile this time towards the seaside to go and do a big hike. It's a bit feckin' windy, but it's still blue skies mostly. So I'm gonna go climb this hill. It's called Arthur's Seat. It's supposed to be like 45 minutes up, so it should be fun. Just having a sit. Okay, so back in the hostel, I basically took no videos at all today, which is kind of nice because I was much more in the moment, but went on the hike to Arthur's Seat and I was waiting for like the opportune moment after being at the top for maybe like 20 minutes, just sitting down looking at the water. The view was gorgeous. So relaxing and calming being back in nature and just being able to sit there and look at it. You don't realise how much you miss that. Well, me, I'm speaking for myself, how much I miss that, like living in such a bustling and busy city like London. It was just so nice to just sit there and look at the water and look at the green grass. Anyway, so I was sitting there waiting for like someone by themselves to come down to take my photo who looked approachable. So this guy came down and I was just like, fuck it, if I don't ask him, I'm not going to ask anyone. And he was really nice and then asked me if I was heading down the mountain. I was like, yeah. He's like, all right, we can like just walk and chat together. I was like, cool. Then I basically just stayed with him for the whole day. We went to the Contemporary Art Museum, which was really cool. Had coffee and like cake before the art museum and then had lunch after the art museum and a bit of shopping. Went to this vintage shop which was super cool and there was so many nice leather jackets there for cheap, but none of them like properly fit me, so sad about that. But I did buy this really cute little, of course it's yellow, like little yellow vest which I might wear tonight because I'm going to the ballet, because Ruben, his name is, and he's Australian, of course. His friend is touring at the moment with like this national British ballet company, and their first stop is in Edinburgh, so he's got tickets to that. So he was like, do you want to come? I was like, for sure. So I'm going to the ballet, so I've just come back to the hostel to have a shower and just like chill out. And do some journaling and stuff because I've got a bit of life happening at the moment. So I've got a bit going on. So I just need to decompress and write some thoughts down and chill and then go and enjoy my night. And then I fly home tomorrow at like 12:30, I think it is. And it only takes 45 minutes to get back to the airport. So I'll probably just sleep in, go somewhere nice for brekkie, and then get back on the tram and go home, which is sad that my holiday is over and I have to go back to reality. But I'm one of those people that like looks forward to going back to routine. Like I just need to get back to the gym, and I don't want to sound Like, that's like a body image thing, but I just feel so gross. Like, I loved finding CrossFit as a sport exercise form because I just always felt so strong and capable, and I have not felt that way in the last like 3 months since moving here because I can't. Not that I can't afford a CrossFit, there's just no CrossFit nearby me, so I'm at a regular gym and I don't love it. And I just don't love feeling the way that I feel at the moment, which is not strong. Like, I've lost all my strength. I started this pull-up program the other week and I couldn't even do scap pull-ups, which is so simple. I usually do it in a warm-up and I couldn't even do 3, and I was like, so it's my birthday on Monday, which is the start of a new week. So I'm excited to go home to London and just to sit down with myself, have a bit of a evaluation of my life as a soon-to-be 26-year-old, and just decide the kind of life that I want to live and the kind of person I want to be, and just do it and be it. So I've loved this holiday. So grateful for it. But yeah, it's time to go home to London and sort some other life things out. So yeah.
Birmingham at the moment. Estimated heavy underground is approximately 14:50 local time, which
I just left my Beats earphones on the train and realised, with literally 5 minutes before the train departed, and then just had to go and look through like the back 3 carriages to find them, and I found them. The sun is shining on me today. So I literally just got back from Edinburgh. I think I was home for 30 minutes and now I'm leaving again because I have a volleyball game at 8 p.m. so I need to be there by 7:30, so I have to leave now, and it's like almost 6:30, so she does not stop, ladies and gentlemen.